And I can't wait to hear that music. We got a few more weeks to do that. Tanya, our in-house movie critic, is back with us because it is Friday here on Good Things, but it gets you excited, doesn't it?
I mean, this is like, what a time to be alive. I mean, it is like, this weekend's kind of slim, but then next weekend we've got Doctor Strange, and then it's just nonstop.
You know, I know you've got coming up to this weekend, but speaking of Top Gun, I saw where Lady Gaga is connected with the song for it, or she just released it or talked about it as being as part of the, because, you know, her last whatever got her an Oscar.
Yes.
And so I think she's got something to do with the soundtrack.
Oh, that's going to be great.
So
I can't wait to hear it.
I really can't put the two of them, like the two brands together, but that doesn't mean anything when it comes to, you know, creative with the music. I'm sure she'll match what's necessary.
I'm sure, and I bet it'll be great because I mean, her talent is undeniable.
So just one more thing to keep waiting for. But we don't have to wait for this weekend.
Yeah.
What's coming up?
Well, there's really only one big new release, wide release, and it's called Memory. And it stars Liam Neeson.
You had me there, yes.
It's another one. You know, I feel like we were just here, like 2 or 3 months ago, talking about the latest Liam Neeson movie, and it's kind of the same deal where, you know, he's got a special set of skills, and he is asked to use them for a purpose that he does not agree with. So he declines, and the next thing you know, he's, you know, trying to outrun, you know, the bad guys. So it is rated R. So if you like the Liam Neeson Taken kind of movies, you know, this will be another good one.
Has he ever done anything off script? Like her, you know, I guess when Taken started, or maybe is that even when it started? You just really connect him with.
It's like ever since Taken came out.
It's working
that's all
for him.
You know, one of my favorite things I've ever seen him in is the Christmas, I call it the Christmas movie with all the different characters. I can't believe I'm not remembering the name of it because I watch it anytime it's on TV. But he plays a father, a widow, and he was so sweet. So I would like to see him do more of those kind of movies. You know, he can do it all.
He can do it all. I agree.
Yeah. But so I went back because this was kind of a slow week and played a little catch up, and I went to see Father Stu.
Tell me it's good.
So I did enjoy it. Now, I will say it's rated R.
Probably for a reason.
Now, that being said, you know, it's just kind of gritty language in the beginning. But I feel like it was kind of a good thing in the sense that it really shows how his faith transformed him because he became a totally different person. So I thought it was a good look at how, you know, how your faith can change a person, you know, a dramatic change, and how people, no matter what side of the law you're on, you know, what your background is, you can be changed. And
it takes those individuals to have walked that life to have the transformation to then help those walking it.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, you know, you kind of have to have.
Yeah, and that's what happened to him. And, of course, it's based on a true story. Mark Wahlberg stars in it. He produced it. You know, when they were filming it, they came up against some budget hiccups, and he put some of his own money into the film. Millions of dollars, in fact. It's actually directed by Mel Gibson's real-life wife. He plays Stuart's father, and they have their family has a really rough start. They have some trauma in their lives when he's young, and when Stu is young, and so they never really get their footing after that. So they have just kind of a broken family. He turns to the world of boxing, and because of an illness that he's diagnosed with, he decides, I've got to do something different. So he goes to Hollywood, tries to make his way as an actor. In the process of that, he meets a girl who he very much loves, and basically follows her to church because he's trying to impress her. And, you know, he's introduced to this new life and is in a very terrible motorcycle accident that just really changes the course of his life. And during the process of, recovering from that, everything that happens around him, his exposure to church. He decides, I want to be a priest. That's what God's calling me to do. That's what I'm here for. And so you see that journey. So it's just very inspiring. And I thought, it came out on Good Friday. So I thought, what a great,
Is it getting good reviews? Are people going to watch it?
You know what? People are going to see it. It's doing okay at the box office. I'm sure it's made its money back. The critics are not really liking it, but the fans are.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, so that kind of tells you everything.
My favorite line from the trailer is when he tells his mom he wants to be a priest, and she says, for Halloween.
Yes, that's really funny.
Because, that would be someone later in life who wants to make even that kind of professional transition. It's probably met with a lot of, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And, it's as his disease progresses and he finds himself wheelchair bound, he continues toward his mission, and he helps so many people. And, and like you said earlier, because of his background, he was,
compassionate.
Yeah, exactly. And he, appealed to people that maybe would never, ever entertain going and speaking to a priest about something because they knew he could relate.
I don't know if I'll make it to the movies to see it, but I will watch that one.
I think it's definitely worth your time. Again, you don't want, you want to watch it, a date night, something like that. But, Mark, the Wahlberg family, I love them. I think they are such good people. And, this story kind of parallels Mark's. He was in a lot of trouble. He was arrested as a youth. The only thing that brought him out of it was art. He started off as a rapper, and that just kind of got him out of trouble. And of course, he's started this huge movie career. And Donnie, his brother, is also an actor, a founding member of New Kids on the Block. And, they had a TV show called Wahlburgers, which was centered around a restaurant chain that the family has, and they've got other members of the family in on it, including their mother, who passed away recently in the last couple of years. But you really saw how important faith was to Mark on that reality series. And so I think, he put a lot of heart into this movie.
And his own money, which that's
yes.
when an actor really cares about what the projects they're doing. But yeah, you just love to also see that. I like the idea of a faith-based movie that's real, and it doesn't have to be buttoned up and whatever, because that's not life. I mean, we need a variety,
right?
But there's got to be some of that real talk too. So,
exactly,
the real stories,
right? And I thought it was well done, and I thought Mel Gibson was great, and definitely one to check out.
Doctor Strange, one more week.
So we've got Doctor Strange next week. So excited because I think this one's going to, kind of dip back into the Spider-Man multi-universe that we just saw. So I'm really excited about that. And then right after that, we've got Downton Abbey is coming out May 20th, which, it seems like we've been talking about that one for 2 years. It originally was supposed to be out Christmas. Mm-hmm. And we just talked about Top Gun a little bit. That's the next week. If you're a fan of Bob's Burgers, it's got its own movie coming out that same weekend. And then June will be here, and you've got Jurassic World.
Another one?
Yes.
Does it still have
Chris Pratt?
Pratt?
Yeah, and they're saying it's bringing back a couple of characters from the very first one. So, and they both look so good. Sam Neill and Blonde, is such a great actress.
Who puts her hand in the poop.
Yeah. And then the new Buzz Lightyear movie comes out June 17th. It's the backstory of Buzz, the toy. And then we have Elvis, June 24th. So just lots of great stuff coming.
There is. Do you pick and choose or draw them out of hat who you're going to see, or you just make time for them all?
I try to make time for all of them. Because
You've spoken like a good mother.
The good thing when, when these bigger movies come out, they sometimes release them on a Wednesday, and they definitely have Thursday night showing. So you have a little chance to get in there early and see some of them.
Well, plenty to get out and see, plenty to look forward to. It's always fun to have you in, Tanya.
Thank you.
And all right, stick with us. We got a little bit more for you up next.